Hi, I'm your host Chris Cummings, back with another edition of the Phoenix Underground. Tonight we're out at a charity event called Toys for Tots. Bands out here are doing a little thing, putting their money towards giving the kids a good Christmas this year. Really hope that guys would come out and get a good view of this, see what the bands are about and everything. So tonight we're going to start off with our first interview. Start out with, what's the name of your guys' band?
Ultimate 747.
Okay, and what was the origin of that name?
The name stems from one of our favorite authors, Richard Dawkins, and it's a book he wrote like a few weeks ago, or not weeks, year ago.
That was his last book.
Couple years ago, he wrote a book.
It's a book called The God Delusion, and it's basically his response to a theory or like a hypothesis.
Yeah. The Ultimate 747 Gambit, and people can Google that.
Yeah, Google that, and you'll see what we're about.
Have you guys ever changed the band's name?
No, we had a version of the band last year, and then January I asked Aaron to come on board, and it's pretty much stuck ever since.
What genre would you guys consider yourselves?
So yeah, it's kind of like a tough one for us.
I think rock, because we draw a lot of things on metal. We all love to listen to a number of things, but we all definitely love heavy metal music. But we bring those things in, to help form this type of rock and roll that we play. So,
now, who would your major influences be?
Definitely Metallica seems to pop up a lot, just like maybe riffs or like song structure. Who else?
I mean, we don't even really mean that to be. I mean, yeah, I listen to Metallica, but that's just kind of purely accidental that it comes that way. I mean, I listen to a lot of guitar players. Joe Satriani and Steve Vai and those guys. So I mean, our music isn't very lyrically heavy, so those guys are instrumental players. So we try to focus more on good melodies and and song structures than just like heavy lyrical content and of course guitar solos.
Oh yes.
Throw it in the cake. Now let's see. How long have you guys known each other?
Well, he's my brother, so.
I've known him since he was a little fetus.
Yeah.
And I met Marcus about 5 years ago. 5, 6 years ago.
Yeah, it was back when I was working at the video game store. He'd always come in with his Nintendo games, and then he's like, hey, I play guitar, and then we had a class together, and I always just be like drumming on the desk, and he's like, hey, pick up a kit and we'll play, and been playing since then.
Let's see, when did you first form your band?
Like I said, it's pretty much been cemented since January. We had a show in the middle of January, and I mean,
beginning, actually.
we kind of consider that the start of it. Though we had a version of the band, and we've carried 1 or 2 songs over since the old group that we kind of had going on last year. This has been the most stable version that we've had. So. We're always looking to add on more too. I mean, we love having the three of us because it's easy to the three of us to make decisions, but we love to have some more guys come on board with us. So.
Now, what exactly inspired you guys to come together and make music?
I'd say Travis kind of started it all. He's definitely kind of like I don't really believe in like leaders of the band, but he's definitely kind of like the brains and stuff. It's very guitar-driven music. And you can see that in all our songs. We just kind of like follow his lead. And yeah, he's just been playing for years. Yeah. He told me to pick up my drum set. I'd never played drums before I met him, and then I got the kit, and we've just been playing.
Got me into playing guitar, and then
got him into playing more. Like he's been playing a couple of years now, and I said, let's get serious about this. I mean, yeah, Marcus made a good point. Like, I'm kind of not really I'm kind of the leader, but we all make decisions, and without him, I couldn't do it. My guitar stuff would sound worthless, and without the bass guitar, it would sound equally as worthless. So it's,
Now, do you guys have a record label?
Oh, no.
No?
Not at the moment.
No, we just got done recording with a friend of ours, technically an EP. We got 5 songs down. We have that on a few tracks we just put up on our MySpace. So working hard, and we're always looking for newer, better ways to record, and maybe sometime next year we'll get some more legit tracks down. So we got tons of songs. We're not short of material to play.
Now, are you guys any members of like any organizations or anything?
I'm with the Young Democrats of Arizona. That's just recent. I kind of, I mean, I'm fine with being in. They kind of suckered me into being in it.
Yeah.
And technically, I'm a member of the Secular Society, Arizona Society.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, no, I am. Like,
Oh,
I'm trying
okay.
to. I thought you maybe. I don't know the official name, but like, I mean, I go to some of their meetings for kind of secular believers.
Okay, now what can you tell me about your instruments? Is there any kind of like partiality towards your instrument, like certain brand names that you have to use or anything like that?
For me, I love like Sabian cymbals. It's just kind of like their sound. They're really like just rich. And then I always switch drum heads. I can't like settle on a drum head though. But that's me.
I'm a Fender man. I mean, right now, I mean, I just picked up a Les Paul, but my Telecaster I can't beat, and my Strat. I love Boss pedals. I got a pretty extensive pedal board there.
15 of them.
It's like 7 or so. But I'm always looking to try new things. But I've done great with Boss, great with Fender. I mean, I love their amps. I mean, yeah, I could be using a big old stack, but I love my little 2x12 Fender tube amp. As long as it's a tube amp, that's really all I care about. So.
What about you?
Well, the acoustic rig, we picked that up just in the last couple of months. Acoustic, their amps and stuff, and that sounds pretty solid.
Where have you guys performed at before?
We performed a lot of places around here. Definitely our favorite is Joe's
Grotto. We love that place. Joe's Grotto, the Sets, the Clubhouse, UB's down in Mesa, the Big Fish Pub, the Fix. Yeah. The Modified Arts. We do some open mics all over in the valley. Like not really our stuff acoustically, but just some covers and stuff. So.
Now you said that Joe's Grotto is your favorite place as a venue, right? Yeah. Okay, so what would be your least favorite place that you've played?
The Fix.
The Fix.
It's like playing in a garage in like July.
Well, this is a garage, and already
this is nice. Yeah.
Now, do you have any upcoming shows after tonight?
We do. We're going to be playing the Old World Brewery
22nd.
On the 22nd.
That'll be a new place for us.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
22nd of December, correct?
Yeah, we try to keep all the dates and up on the MySpace and try and keep them current. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, more people will start to visit it.
Now, let's see. As a band, what's been your guys' biggest challenge?
It's trying to get people to come to shows, and that I mainly blame it on being out here in the West Valley. I mean, we practice at my house all the way like 156th Avenue, and of course all the places to play are on like Scottsdale and Tempe. So
East Valley.
And there's a cover charge you got to pay. On top of that, they got to drive all the way down there. So I'd say that's our biggest challenge.
Not to mention getting new people to join. We've had some difficulties there.
Well, I'm not going to do it, but I could go on for 3 hours about what's wrong with this town with music. But like, that's been the hardest part is getting people. I mean, you can live on getting your friends and your family out for the first couple of shows, but now that we've got a solid year under our belt, and this is probably about the 13th, at least the 13th show this year that we've done. Some big, some small. It could get bigger, but like people don't really seem to care that much about going to see live music in this town. Like not Goodyear, not Scottsdale, but just Phoenix in general, just the Phoenix area. So I hope that changes. I mean, with places like this, with the Kompound here, I mean, it's such a, I can't even express how good it is on the west side of town here. I mean, because I've actually talked about if I had the money, I would invest in a place to play. So this is a great place to play. So.
Now, what advice could you give any of your fans or any young musicians that are looking to start their own bands up?
Get your chops down.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that by any cockiness or anything, but
practice
it up. Make sure you build your confidence up. As a band, I kind of waited. I mean, I'm so happy Aaron's as good as he is and as confident. 17 years young here. I mean, but. I wouldn't have been at his age, but yeah, just build up your confidence. Find yourself with good musicians that you can the skill is secondary. Get good guys that you can play well together.
And I'd say, like, leave ego out of it, too. I think that's a great thing about this band. I don't think any of us have, like, big egos.
No, no one's trying to prove anything.
No, we just work together as a team, put on a great show.
Now, where can your fans access your material at?
At MySpace. Yeah, MySpace.
MySpace.com it should be /Ultimate747. We should be the only ones on there.
We are.
Yeah, and we got the Facebook page going. That's still underway, but like I'm so frustrated with the Facebook page.
Yeah.
And we got Pure Volume.
We do.
We should be updating the Pure Volume tracks here and getting that on there.
MySpace is kind of like the main place to go for us.
Okay. Now, is there any last words you'd like to say to your fans or anybody out there in the audience?
Come to see more shows.
Come see more shows. We love playing rock and roll for everybody, and like everybody that gives us any kind of support or takes a T-shirt or says like you guys were awesome, just tell your friends. And if I see a good band, I tell my friends and family. If you like us, all that we ask is return the favor and just tell somebody about us. So.
All right. Well, like I said, we're at Toys for Tots charity event, Phoenix Underground. This was Ultimate 747. Be sure to check them out on MySpace. Come check them out at their next show. Thank you.